Previously on TVSins.
Your area of study is physics.
Yeah, experimental physics.
Full disclosure, I know the twist. I can't unknow the twist. You want me to be surprised and react in the moment, but also want me to know everything about every goddamn world out there.
Morning, Mike. How's it hanging?
This phrase irks me. Maybe in the 1920s it was fun to ask your friend how his was swinging and balls were flinging. But here in the 2020s, the proper response is, get a forking life, you shirtwad. But also, do demons have sex? Damn it, Chuck. Quit putting ideas of demon porn in my head and then not following through. And what is up with his desk? They have Janet-style constructs that can create anything in a magical matrix, but their real afterlives are desk jobs and antiquated office gear? You know, a show has a low budget when they break out the adding machines instead of like fancy 65-inch monitors and LED lights. And what does the date 00 even mean?
You've been an apprentice long enough. You're ready.
Great, awesome. So, what's in the vault? Is it just the outside? Is it souls? Is it marshmallow fluff? Is it marshmallow fluff made from souls? I have to know, and this show won't fork and tell me.
I don't care which two of you go. You can decide. You have 30 minutes.
Wasting our precious time by starting off the current episode with the last scene from the previous episode cliche. Also, what is up with that coffee table? The end of that thing is sawed off like a f***ing weapon. How has Jason not accidentally speared himself in the nut section of his tracksuit yet?
It's basic consequentialism. The morality of an action is solely judged on its consequences.
So if my sins videos bring you joy, am I adding positivity to the world rather than trolling everyone with my snarky commentary? No!
You mostly fell asleep in class or made fart noises with your hands.
I could never do that on Earth. This place truly is paradise.
Toilet humor. Also, this does poke all kinds of holes into Michael's plan. Why even throw in these little pleasures when the overall purpose is to torture these four? It doesn't do anything except make the place more palatable regardless of how they interact. I mean, I get the sense Jason could do this all day and be happy.
I was dropped into a cave, and you were my flashlight.
Light in the darkness is super important, especially in a cave, but also rope. What if Chidi were a harness and rope to help lift her out of the cave rather than a limited light source that will die when the batteries run out?
I'll miss you too, you sexy skyscraper.
I think The Rock already handled the sexy skyscraper bit in 2018 rather well. And yeah, this is 2017, but they should have smelled what The Rock was cooking.
No matter what they decide, I'd bet you're going to be in pretty hot water with your boss.
But based on what we find out shortly, Sean is, if not his only boss, at least one of them. And they are having this conversation by themselves with no one else to hear. So who is this conversation for? I get that demons would take human form around other humans, but why would they hear? They're all just hanging out with each other in the demonic version of The Office.
French vanilla? Regular antimatter's fine. Why flavor it?
You know, sometimes a clever show decides to be too clever, like a velociraptor disguising itself as Clarice Starling. Only assholes write this well, who wastes precious time to make sure all the curves and lines look perfect. Assholes. Take it from me. Write horribly and get out there to enjoy life. This should have been the biggest clue that Michael was a horrible demon man all along. Ah, yes, the fart leaker model from IKEA, designed to allow your change to conveniently fall just out of reach and your ass trumpets to redirect downward to make a more distinguished bellow.
I love you, and I think you love me. We can be together.
This show has done many, many good things so far, but manufacturing this cheaty triangle, or quadrangle, I guess, is not one of them. And yeah, real Eleanor is actually a fake Eleanor named Vicky, but it doesn't make the storyline any less stupid.
You realize the bad place is not some sort of couples retreat, right?
If it is, Janet and I would like to go.
Why is Janet still here? There are over 300 people in the good place. You're telling me that not one of them has called for Janet to help them with something this entire time? I'm calling bullshit. Also, why is Janet nodding? She should be reminding Jason that she just said it was literally impossible for her to go to the bad place.
So, Chidi and I are gonna go to the bad place.
What?
Trust me, I've got this.
Because why would I share my plan with you before calling Michael and Sean out, even though I still had plenty of time to do that?
Michael! I just found an obscure precedent in the rules that might just save everyone.
Buzz off, Bomba John. Don't need it.
But wouldn't it be interesting to live in this not-so-bad good place forever if it means avoiding actual hell? Eleanor figured it all out, so why not use that to her advantage and play the system? You know, had this not been spoiled for me, I would have loved this twist. This laugh. I still remember the echoes across the internet sphere about the shocking reveal for The Good Place. And because this show can firmly grip our attention and deliver a surprise, I'm all for returning a sin. House cats.
Just me being here forced Chidi into an ethical clusterfork.
Oh, come on. If this isn't The Good Place, lift the curse ban. I'll show you how to do it.
I love you, and I think we should stay here and try
No, stop, Vicky. They figured it out.
Oh, man! This was
was supposed to be my big moment. I just rehearsed that speech for like 3 hours.
But Eleanor just told Chidi they were going to sacrifice themselves a few minutes ago. This entire scripted Bad Place Players only works if behind the scenes these characters are given prompts and then allowed to improv.
4 people perfectly suited to make each other miserable.
They could have at least tried to get more natural-looking pictures. I'm pretty sure the shots of Chidi and Jason are from an episode they couldn't actually have been in yet, since this is pre-Bad Place, Good Place shenanigans. Also, I'm calling shenanigans on this entire plot twist. Miserable? These 4 have been irksome at best to each other, and sometimes quite pleasant. Hell, you may as well have called this the bothersome place or the slightly annoying place. This isn't even as bad as f***ing Melrose Place or Peyton Place.
I think that we can get them to torture each other for 1,000 years.
I think you'd be lucky to get 6 months out of this insane Gambit.
But why? Sean is hilariously specific about his under bet, but he doesn't know anything about the plan itself. This is just like a 6-year-old yelling nuh-uh at his buddy that just said uh-huh.
Sorry, I thought we reserved the conference room.
No, Todd, we have it until 3.
It's more of a conference balcony, but get the f*** out of here, Todd.
No, dingus. You hurt everyone in your life with your rigidity and your indecisiveness.
It was at this very moment my wife paused the show and slowly turned toward me with a look that read, "Did you get that?" Even though she has a point, I won't change. Or maybe I will. No, probably not.
A hot, rich fraud with legs for days. Side note, I might legit be into Tahani.
Pony there with you, Eleanor. What?
Yeah, I'm going to erase your memories, make a few changes and start over again.
Villain exposits plan before enacting evil plan cliche. I don't care if Michael eventually becomes a protagonist, he's a straight-up dickhead this season.
Let me just tinker a little. Try again.
Okay.
This works.
You can't eat anything, right? Correct. Open up.
Ah, yes, because this face isn't suspicious in the least.
You know the way you feel when you see a chimpanzee and a baby tiger who've become friends?
Perplexed? Filled with anxiety? Reminded of the circle of life and our mortality?
That's how you're going to feel. Every day.
Fork! If you were going to leave yourself a note for a scenario such as this, why wouldn't you have at least a little more information on it? Maybe also, this is hell.
Watch the door for a few minutes, and don't let anyone in without the password.
Morning, Mike. How's it hanging?
How's it hanging, Phil? Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Try to do a good job.
A good job.
Eureka! This is the bad place.
Dramatic reverb.
This was supposed to be my big moment. I just rehearsed that speech for like 3 hours.
Marsha.
And you can all suck it.